So good morning, guys. It's 11:20 on Wednesday, April 7th. So I'm going to talk about today's severe weather potential here in the mid Mississippi River Valley. So first of all, this is a current radar image from the National Weather Service from Kansas City. So we can see we have this morning or last night's area of severe weather that came out of central Kansas and has moved over into actually the main target area for today for me is slowly moving this way, and we kind of created an outflow boundary that I will talk about later. But we have initiated a line of storms here in extreme western Missouri and eastern Kansas. That will be the focus point for today. And also, real quick, oh, and actually, well, I just looked at this. I haven't looked at that yet, and the National Weather Service literally just created what I did an hour ago. With my kind of my thinking as this as a kind of a heightened area because kind of disagreed with what they had earlier with their previous outlook. I can look at that real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second. Because their outlook earlier didn't go as far north as I'd like it, and I would have liked them to include west central Illinois in this light and enlarge in this due to the fact of this. Hold on. Because of these storms in here and maybe a couple of renegade cells in front of the storms, but this area here, the renegade cells forming along that outflow boundary that was pushed upon the storms from this morning and now as we can, but this new area that was not put on by the models, but this new area of larger cape values from 1,000 to 1,500 plus and very localized areas in west central Illinois and northeast Missouri today that might be capable of producing more heightened severe weather. Nothing too dangerous, but a heightened severe weather risk in this region today. So yeah, just a quick rundown. This is the latest HRRR. As we can see, we have that area of convection that moves out of their way, but we have this this boundary that is kind of put into place. It kind of initiates some cells early afternoon. The low-level jet really isn't completely in place yet for any tornado threat, and the mid-level winds coming in will definitely not be in place enough for any tornado threat with any of these that develop early afternoon, I don't think. But definitely maybe a possible hail threat with those. You can see there's still a couple developing in front of it. But if we have any cells that develop right in front of the line by 4 or 5 o'clock, like ones like these, they might have a tornado potential. But the greatest will be within this line. We can see this is a very strong line coming into west central Illinois, coming out of northeastern Missouri. This is going to be my main area kind of in here today of watching for stuff kind of more on the Missouri side, like in here. Today, the greatest threat will be in central southern Arkansas, but for our region, that is going to be the key area. Storms will be initiating from 12 to 3 here. Areas like 3 to 7 here, and then like 7 to 8, 7 to 9 here, and that's going to be the main area, main ideas I'll be looking into. So very quickly, this is the NAM, this morning's NAM. We can see these storms, they kind of initiated a little later, but the exact same place as 6 o'clock, and it hints at some stronger storms here in central Missouri, and I will put the cape up very quick so we can see it has a little more cape than before. We have 1,000 to 1,500 cape. Let's look at the photograph and weather sounding real quick if this loads. As we can see here, we have cape values about 1,200, some tornado potential with this line, some wind shears out of the southeast, and then mostly out of the south mid-level. And then here's a sounding from the HRRR. We see the cape value is about 1,400. We have some wind shear in place, but definitely that area of northeast Missouri, west central Illinois from 5 to 7, 5 to 8 o'clock is going to be the main area, I think, for this region today. But that is all. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.